We're very pleased to announce that we are going to have the AMEC Scholarship for Academic Research and Evaluation in Communication, and always loving a good acronym, we are going to call it SAREC for short. And what does this really mean to everybody? And that is that each year we will set aside $5,000 for a scholarship to a researcher who's going to go through a process that Jim's going to talk about. But what that means is that researcher will be given registration to the AMEC Global Summit, and they will be given up to $5,000 for travel and accommodation so that they can come, and a 30-minute spot on the AMEC Global stage talking about the research that got through this process. And it is just our way of being able to support the academics, support the research that's going on, and give them something that isn't just a technical review, but something that can really be valid for people to apply from that day forward. And so I will leave the details of how that's going to work over to Jim.
Thank you, Jonah. Yes, it will support academics, but a very key part of it is allowing academics to better support the industry. And so you might say, well, why have we got to offer a scholarship to academics? Some of you will know, but many of you may not know that for academics, and I'm talking about mostly full-time academics, not those lucky few that might be adjuncts or have a company or have a separate business, the universities, perhaps narrow-mindedly, support academics to go to academic conferences. And they provide virtually no support and often will not even give time for academics to come to a conference like this. So this is a significant barrier. I rail against it because we're supposed to be industry engaged and having social impact, but particularly for younger upcoming academics, it is a barrier. So to me, congratulations for AMEC for taking this initiative. Don't worry, people like me will not be applying for the scholarship. I'm very happy to pay my own way over many years. The scholarship will be based, just a few things about how it'll work. It'll be based on a submission of a research paper of up to 5,000 words to a judging panel. It'll be made up of senior academic members that'll be drawn from the AMEC Academic Advisory Group and industry members nominated by the AMEC board. So there'll be a mixture. And as Jonah said, the winner will receive a spot on the agenda, the winner, at an academic summit, and $5,000 towards travel, accommodation, etc. But also we're going to provide that, in addition, the 3 runners-up in this competition, if you want to call it that, will have the opportunity to present their papers in an AMEC webinar at some point. What this will mean is that 4 of the very best academic papers on evaluation of communication will come forward to AMEC each year and be available at this summit, be available in webinars, and be available online. Also, you'll be probably relieved to know that all the authors will be asked to present a summary of their paper, and bear in mind the audience, that they're not writing for an academic journal. It needs to be solid academic research, but it needs to be interpreted into how it may impact on practice. So those are the basic details. It is a wonderful support from AMEC to the academic industry, but equally it throws the gauntlet back to the academics to step up and make a better contribution to the industry. And hopefully my presentation yesterday demonstrates that we can make some contribution to this very important sector. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jim.